Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another Illusion Connect video. In this video, we'll be talking of one of my favorite teams, that is the Recycle team with the invincibility with Phoebe. Now, of course, Phoebe is one of the characters that is the most important character. She's the core unit of this lineup. Now, of course, you're gonna tell me, how are we gonna obtain her Pika if we're free to play? As you're free to play, you have two options to obtain her, or three options actually. Either gonna go to your Arcana. So if we're gonna go to Trials, we're gonna go to Arcana. And when you're doing this Arcana to get characters to 100%, so you can get the shards of them, you're gonna get sometimes randomly a Phoebe that appears, and you can grab her and you can farm her. Now this is RNG, not many times she appears. It took me 2 months on my free to play account when I was playing it on the back in the time. But other people that told me less than in a month they got her because she was appearing consistently here. So you can build her from here, getting up to 3 shards if you're lucky. Now, of course, if you don't want to do that and if you want to get her actually from different sources, in your inventory there will be shards that will give you randomly shards of SSR characters. I popped them, I'm sorry, but I will show you in the screen how do they look. So these shards, if you pop them, you might get shards of Phoebe, which is another way to obtain her. Another way to obtain her is from the shop, from the exchange. If you're gonna go and I think in the arena, Gnosis, and from the guild, you're gonna get these shards. These shards, when you get them to 60, you're gonna pop it and it will give you a random SSR character. With you and your luck, you might get a Phoebe, which I did many times before on my account, which is great actually. And you can purchase her with $1, and there's another $50 bundle in the shop that you can obtain her. Now, what's so important about this team and how does it function with Phoebe? First of all, this lineup, I created this 4 years ago by mistake. Actually, I was playing on my sorcerer. I was like, let me use the invincible team with the recycle team, and it worked flawlessly, and it became meta actually back in the time. So what does Phoebe do with her passive? If you have 5 light or healing class partners on the lineup on your team, which is, it doesn't matter if they're full 5 light with her or 4 healings and her, it will work. She will grant invincibility for 3 random allies for 20 seconds, which is absolutely insane. Now you're gonna tell me, but after 20 seconds, what will happen? What will happen is you're gonna use units such as Amon or Diamond. So I'm using Diamond. Diamond, what she does is, when you drop her on the field with her passive, so she appears on the field, ally partner with the lowest HP is returned back to your hand and receive 80% of their attack and 55% of their total max HP. So they will drop in the field when you use them again from your hand with 50% of their HP, but 80% deals attack, which is absolutely insane, which is good. Okay, that does it once. So what happens next? If Phoebe dies, you can play Amon, or if Diamond dies, you can play Amon, so she will put back another unit in your hand, and then you can use it again. What does Amon does? She, with her ultimate, she revives a dead ally with 40% HP and 800 rage, which is good, 800 rage, because 1000 rage, you do your ultimate. It means if you attack once, you're gonna do your ultimate. If you get hit, you're gonna do your ultimate if you survive the attack, which is great. Now, another units that we used to use in these comps, such as Angela. Now, we don't have Angela, sadly. She's an SSR unit. She's a tank, best tank in the game. She's a taunter. She taunts, gets aggro, everybody attacks her, but with her passive, when she appears on the field for the first time, you summon her, 1 ally partner will be revived with 70% HP. No rage, but they will be revived. So you can revive Phoebe again with all the invincibility one more time. Now, another unit we've been playing also, which is Jason. If I can find Jason here somewhere. Jason, he's a healer, and here we go. Jason is another unit. When you drop him on the field with his ultimate, he will revive 1 unit with 35% HP but 1000 rage, and he will reduce the rage of the enemies and the allies on your team and on your enemy lineup by 300, so nobody will do their ultimates, which is his passive, which is absolutely great. And these are the main 3 units. Now, of course, you can use somebody, I think, like Avril. Avril, you can drop her on top of other units and she will get them back to your hand, and you can use them 1 time again. So 1 time it happens by the battle. This is absolutely crazy. Now, you're gonna tell me, a lot of healers, if they play Fanabat, we kill us. This is why we play somebody like Rikia and Elena on the recycle team, because they will cleanse you. And this is basically the main lineup that you play. So we didn't unlock all the leaders. We unlocked 2 leaders right now. So we're gonna play this one because he deals a lot of damage. He will help us with the damage to bypass stages. I will showcase this lineup on one specific stage, let's say, or a small stage, which is in the collapse. Still, they're better than me. Still, they're harder. I can't be above the power because I'm not using the full team. I'm using only the 5 of them. Now, of course, if you want to add some damage, you want to activate something, you can drop the leader, which is Hersey or Maki or Kasumi, and you're going to get another buff, which is the leader. Deploy them, and you're going to get energy cost will be reduced by 1, which we don't care about a lot, actually. So this is why I'm not playing Hersey. And I will show you this lineup, how it works. So I'm using 2 light unit, 2 healers and light, which is Jasmine. Jasmine with her passive, if the allies units, 2 partners of any energy type, so you don't need to use them. So we have 16 energy, 15, 13, 13, and 10. If we add another one with 13, her passive will not be applied, but because we're not using it. Anyway, this lineup works like this. If you have Angela, you can add her. Jason, you can add her, and that's perfect. You can add Rikia for more damages. I'm gonna play only these 5 units to show you how they work perfectly on this stage, or any stage actually. I bypassed, but I added Miyuki, I added Hersey, I added Rikia also to bypass this. So we start off, let's let them do the first hit, and then we're gonna drop Phoebe. I can drop her back there, or I can drop her in the front line. She'll deal some damages, which is absolutely nice, and we're gonna stall, and we're gonna wait, because we have Diamond, and Diamond will help us. I will let her tank, actually, Diamond, some attacks, because she will die. We're gonna revive her and get everything. And we can use the leader as well, always, to deal some damages. So we're still having Phoebe alive, so she will get a big hit right now, and she might die after this. So I'm gonna revive her. I'm gonna take her back to my hand and use her here. So if she died, of course, I can use this. And now I have Amon. Amon will revive her, and she will give me back Phoebe to my hand. So if I do this, I get her back and Phoebe back to my hand, so I can use Phoebe one more time. She's gonna die again, and he's gonna revive her again, which is absolutely insane for this lineup. So I can do this, and all of them will have 20 more seconds with no damages. Now you can delay the fight as much as you want with this. Play 20 seconds to 20 seconds until the shields go off. And this is what we're gonna do, and we still nuke the enemy with our leader. This is a win-win scenario. So anyway, is she gonna die? Okay, I want Amon to revive somebody. He might revive her, or she might revive her. Amon is a girl, or she might revive our Diamond again, which is great for us anyway. So Diamond is revived again, and here we go. Phoebe again in my overhand, and we play the invincibility again. Super toxic team. Works perfectly. Versus in PvP, this one is so frustrating. If you don't have a Kasumi to counter them at least one time, it's a mirror match is the one that wins, basically. We won a lot of teams just with using this comp. It's absolutely fantastic. How many times we revived Phoebe, how many times we got the shields, how many times we used to revive also Diamond. Diamond gets Phoebe back in our hand, we drop Phoebe again. Absolutely insane lineup, and these is free to play. Like, if you're free to play and you build Phoebe, you can use only these units. As you see, these are SR units that we're using on our lineup. We never used her. If we had Diana, I would add Diana instead of her. If we had somebody like any light unit, I would play her instead of her, but they're low cost and I will never use them. There are fathers on the lineup. If you want to use somebody that you have right now on your lineup, maybe Polly will help you because her heals are amazing. If you want to use somebody else, you can play, I think, Haruto does insane AoE damage. She's a high cost. This is why I don't play these units right now. I'm just playing this with 3 units, and sometimes I add Miyuki or Nicola or Rikia, and they will add more damages to the enemies, which is absolutely insane. And this is what I wanted to showcase just for fun. If you're having hard times defeating any enemies, especially if you go to guild bosses. Now, how did I use the guild boss, and how did I defeat especially people that are having problems, I think, with Camille? How can I go back? I can show you. Like, Camille is the first boss. He's always attacking us. When we attack him, we lose HP. You can play the recycle team versus him and add maybe Miyuki for damages on the side, so she will not be hit by him in the middle. And you can play anybody on the sides and just play recycling our Phoebe, and Phoebe will give us the shields over and over and over and over, and you will never hit your boss. And this is what you get with the highest damages with him. Absolutely insane. Great lineup. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, I thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty. Peace.